Good for you. Nothing from the past can hurt us.
You twisted my arm. We better take a quick break.
War in Hell, a through stringing multiplayer levels together into a credible storyline.
I've got a serious level 5 black-gray continuity problem. We're in the rainforest. The UN. I'm going in. Out. Clear. Blue team, we're taking a lot of hits. The screen's getting all red and nobody's ordered the DLC.
Righteous Slaughter 7. The video game features levels like Cluttered Warehouse, African Rebellion, Polar Nonsense, Desert Surprise, innovative levels like nothing you've played before, including the surprise space level we won't talk about
Until the game comes out.
Righteous Slaughter 7. The identical art of contemporary killing.
How do you kill?
Rated PG. Pretty much the same as the last game.
The Lowdown. 91.1.
convenience like never before. Soon, you'll always be within 50 feet of a Fleeca Bank ATM. We won't stop until we're on every corner in Los Santos, Liberty City, and every other major metropolitan area. But why stop there? We're putting Fleeca ATMs everywhere. The dentist office, family planning clinics, adult novelty shops, funeral homes, and children's wards. Call today and we'll even put an ATM in your bedroom to spice things up. Stop by Fleeca Bank and learn more about our range of services that weren't possible until we lobbied for deregulation. Fleeca, credit cards, banking, brokerage. It's time to start paying for everything.
On that journey to the top, you probably had to make a few sacrifices, including long-term friendships. But in Los Santos, perception is everything, and anything can be bought. You need to make a splash at social occasions and fill your fancy new house with tons of friends. If it's a glamorous occasion, we'll provide models and movie stars. If it's a business function, we'll bring along oligarchs and senior executives. Perhaps you want something a little funkier. We've got mirror park hipsters for hire, so you can slip on your skinny jeans and show your alternative side. People of different ethnicities and sexual preferences will mingle and make you look good instead of the desperate, closed-minded guy you are. Call Appropriate Associates today. We all get there.
The Jackson sisters. You know, the ones from San Andreas.
They say the day is ending. Let's watch the sun go down and plan a holiday for two. For all eternity, right across so you can see the world I created just for you. Oh, I saw you standing on the street. I wanted to meet you, stop a while. You give me a smile to say hello. Everything was so good inside. Then I realized that I couldn't hide. Then it came and you felt the same. I believe in miracles. I believe in miracles. I believe in miracles. I don't know what people are saying or what things that they are saying or if they're saying that same old me. People never knowing where they're going or what they're showing.
Master by Alex G. Next up, Get Them Air Guitars Out Cause It's Pretty Sweet by Frank Ocean.
It's a bit mad how updating Life Invader and Peter have become a full-time job. But it's nice to know that we are leaving future generations with miles and miles of utter and absolute rubbish. When you smoke a little too much and the darkness of the electronic life starts to close in on you, turn on non-stop pop and lose yourself. Don't be so bloody serious.
Fantastic. I mean, the Pop Video Awards? So relevant, so controversial.
Yeah, fantastic. Nothing like giving each other plastic statues to help elevate art. Next caller.
Hey there, I'm Simon. I'm a big fan of the show. Now listen, I just want to share with everyone, you don't need to spend all that time working out. I found a perfect solution, okay? I got pec implants, six-pack implants, calf implants. Shoot, I'm perfect.
You hear that, Michelle? Why do I need a bisexual actual Austrian personal trainer to shout and debase me, hold me to the ground, tell me that I'm worthless, all sweating on me.
Superficial. Oh, we have a caller for you. Says his name is Reed.
What's up, Laszlo?
Hey, buddy.
Just to be clear, Laszlo, we're not friends. I defriended you years ago from all of my social networks.
Wow, you are a mess, Laszlo. Next caller.
Hey, Laszlo, that's offensive what you said about fantasy football.
You mean when I said it was for creepy perverts who run around the house in a jock strap, pecking away at a laptop?
Hey, I'm not a pervert. I'm just really into fantasy sports. I have a fantasy football team. I think about it for hours. Fantasizing we just won. We're in the locker room. Half the guys are nude. We're really pumped. We're taking a shower, and then. Okay, anyways, so what if me and my friends get together with our laptops and watch the game? It's really exciting. I love statistics.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You've decided to pump up the, tedium of watching sports and interject the non-stop laugh-a-minute fun of statistics. Listen, there's only one statistic I'm interested in, and that's how many hoes I've had. What?
You keep a running total on the wall? Really classy.
That's 3 digits, woman! One day you'll understand about conquest, Michelle. Speaking of, here's an interesting caller that wants to talk about conquests.
Hey, big fan of the show, but I got a question. What's the deal with Mars?
Well, it is the 4th planet from the sun, and its reddish hue is from iron oxide. This is your space moment of Chattersphere.
I mean, why do we have a dune buggy up there? I don't even have a dune buggy. Mars is bullshit.
God, man, I'd love to go to Mars or a space station, get some groupies up there, watch my DNA fly across at 0 gravity. It'd be amazing. I could start my own religion. And an entire civilization of people bred from me. That would be great. I could see it. Me and a couple of hot Martian chicks.
You are revolting. So hypersexualized.
I just need a ride.
In a new liberal age where we never say anything mean or crude. It's the new America.
You want to end up in the trunk of this
Hey,
thing?
don't get me wrong. America's a great land. It proves you can conquer anything with booze and syphilis, and I've had both.
Hey, those colonizers caught syphilis in this country and took it to Europe. Serves them right for wiping out the indigenous culture.
Oh, here we go. The hippie lesson of the day. Culture smulcher.
And now Los Santos is just coffee shops, banks, and pharmacies. So culture.
So we had to wipe out a few people. I need a bean machine coffee. I'm stressed. I love this town. You can be smug about the rest of the country and live in a vacuum pretending that there's an endless supply of revenue to just hand out to people for new metro projects. Where we're obsessed about the environment and people are dumping chemicals on their lawns so much that it gives their neighbors birth defects. I mean, this is a state that's got the worst carbon footprint in the world, while everybody goes around pretending they like the outdoors. This is a proper liberal's paradise, man. And I worked hard to be king of this paradise, Michelle. I work hard, okay? Your younger generation, millennials, don't understand that. You just listen to your iFruit phone and do yoga. When I keel over dead from working, I want you to say, that Laszlo, he died of a broken heart.
Well, cocaine broke your heart.
Well, a bitter recreational snort never hurt anyone. Besides, the chicks love it. Anyway, all I do is Molly now. It's virtually a health food.
Let's go to the phones. Marshall from Puerto del Sol.
Hey, Laszlo, I take real issue with what you said about marching bands. They're brilliant. They're really erotic.
Marching bands? With your matching Napoleonic costumes? Turning rock classics and pop hits into garbage? Oh, look, I'm a toy soldier blowing into a tuba. You think a stadium full of drunks cares about your stupid song? We want to see bitches shooting t-shirts. Oh, look at me, I'm an adult in a marching band. Oh, boy, you need help, dude.
At least I'm not pretending to be someone half my age.
Good point, Marshall. He got you there, Laz. Speaking of lost souls who need a bunch of help, I think we have the perfect guest for you. Laszlo, introduce him.
Coming up on Chattersphere with Laszlo and Michelle.
Michelle and Laszlo.
That's what I said.
It's not.
Well, whatever. Let me speak. Being saddled with a woman to appeal to more liberal listeners. I am liberal. Seriously. I've got a TV show, which makes me liberal. So shut
yourself. I'm just kidding, that's a joke. Now, dear listeners, I have a confession to make. I am sure this revelation will reduce more than a few of you to tears. I have been diagnosed with a disease. It is something that baffles medical science and kills most people that contract it, but I look at it as a ray of sunshine. I have a great disease, alcoholism. I have won the lottery. I mean, yes, I could have gotten herpes, but I didn't. Probably should have. This disease is great. Sure, I end up sleeping with some ugly chicks, but now that I know the symptoms, I know how to take care of myself. For instance, it is unwise to mix cocaine and grain alcohol for more than 3 days at a time. And that's a fact I have learned. Some fella told me that at one of them meetings, and he gave me a hug and a keychain. Strange business. I do not hug men, no thank you. I hug girls and procreating sows, and the latter only to ease the process as nature intended. I spoon men, just like any other normal fella, but hugging? Hugging, putting your arms around another man? Are you serious? Whatever will they think of next? Who's on the phone and how can we go beyond insemination?
My name ain't important.
Oh, it's my old friend Clarence, everybody! You son of a gun! Clarence is a stand-up guy. I say that even though he is in a wheelchair. Clarence and I fought in the war together, right on the front lines of the war on terror. We drive around at night and join a cold war. If we saw a foreigner acting squirrely, we called 911. Right after we shot him...
Dwayne, I got good news. I don't need the wheelchair no more.
It is a miracle. My prayers have been answered. Many a time when I was down on both knees giving a working girl the business, my mind would turn to you and that you are a cripple that can't enjoy the pleasures of the flesh.
No, I don't need a wheelchair because I got a motorized scooter now. The Relax Power X from Ambulance. Dude, I had that thing lowered, neon, custom paint job, overhauled the engine. You wouldn't believe the mad booty I've been getting lately. Besides, my doctor said I don't need a wheelchair or whatever and that I could walk just fine. I'm just tired, Dwayne. You know how I do.
Wonderful news there, Clarence. I love hearing you're getting booty. Thanks for calling into the show, buddy. I love you, always will. We received an electronic message in our inbox last week that says, Dwayne, you are so great on the radio. I was wondering if you've been watching the TV reports about how over in Asia they got the epidemic of bird flu. Well, thanks to everybody for writing in, especially to the listeners asking for a signed photo of my flaccid member. Now, on to your question. I do not give a crap if some bird has the flu. Do I pause if a robin sneezes or a parrot coughs? No, I do not. I'm not a veterinarian. The maladies of animals are irrelevant to me. People raised a stink about swine flu, saying it was going to ruin the bacon. That barbecue tastes just fine to me. Let's move to the final portion of our show, Romantic Interludes with Big Dwayne, where I call a previous love interest live on air. Today, I'll be calling Marnie Smith, the cheerleader I went to high school with, and harbored feelings for that I kept at bay by throwing Chinese stars at strangers and indiscriminately burning things. But today, I shall fess up, as I have obtained her phone number. I am so excited for this shit.
Hello?
Hello? Marnie.
Yes, it is.
Hello, Marnie. This is Dwayne Earl. And as you can tell by the melodic and poignant music playing in the background, I am about to unleash a barrage of emotion that has been trapped inside of me for these past 20 years. We attended Central High School together, and I sat behind you in science class. And on days where there was a football game, you wore your cheerleader outfit. To this very day, I nearly break out in tears that I have not told you of the thunderous lust you arouse in me. Now, I would not break out in tears for real, as a man's tears are saved in a special place for when his favorite stock car driver loses. But know this, I, as often as this week, have kept you in regular rotation in the Dwayne Earl Spank Bank. I fantasize about you turning around in science class and asking if we can get together and study for the test, and you'd arrive at my domicile, I'd show you around, offer you a cigarette I'd stolen from my stepfather. And in the backyard, I performed feats of greatness, exhibiting my skills in archery, knife throwing, and camouflage face painting in particular. And we'd have a fireworks war with Roman candles. Then ride fast on a dirt bike by the stream. You'd have your arms around me, and I'd pop a wheelie, and you'd fall off the back and break your leg. And I'd console you. We'd make passionate love in a cloud of exhaust by the dirt bike still running. Our youthful giddiness accentuated by the intoxicating fumes. And we're making love, and even though your leg was broken, I'd be unable to discern if your screams are from passion or pain of a femur cracked in two. Anyway, that's just how I saw it.
Aw, Dwayne, that is so sweet.
Thank you for receiving this so elegantly. It has been a mighty burden on me that such fantastic times never did materialize before I began to lose my hair. However, know this, Marty, I still have a ponytail, and it is one of my most attractive features, especially when I wear a baseball cap.
You should come by for some pies so we can catch up.
I would very much like to embark on this Epicurean endeavor.
You know, Tracy Bish, she used to talk about you. She said you had problems performing.
Tracy Bish is a goddamn liar. And if there were any performance issues, it is because my third brain could predict the future. And it knew she would one day be fat and have that, like, fat that swings on her woman's arm, and that her breasts would move like woeful pendulums, unable for any self-respecting man to love them. It's a boner killer. Instant futuristic boner killer. I saw the future, and that woman's future self destroyed my boners. Goodbye, Marty. I will stop by your house soon on my dirt bike. Woo. I hope that cheerleader outfit still fits. This has been this week's episode of Romantic Interludes with Big Dwayne. Let's get on with the show. Next caller.
Hi, Dwayne. Thanks for the show. You know, you always hear about America as the land of the free, but that's bull crap. I got arrested for my religious beliefs. Now, how's the government and politicians gonna tell me how many wives I can have? I like having 5 wives, you know? I mean, sometimes they gang up on me and they wrestle me, tie me down. You know, I like women to humiliate me, Dwayne. I mean, really treat me like crap.
Okay, right there. Here's what I don't understand, Hotshot. If you want to have 5 beautiful chicks, that's awesome, and something that I partake in on a regular basis, often after a bowling night when the ladies are all lubed up. But you polygamy guys, I just don't get it.
Why's that?
Well, because every time you see pictures or footage, the women, they're always so frumpy. Get 2 hot chicks, not 5 chubby, hairy ones, and they wear those terrible old lady dresses that cover up the important bits. On my farm, we have a bunch of women, and they work with nothing but a bikini and a gun belt on. And them's the rules because of women's lib. Jeff is on the phone.
Hi, Dwayne. I'm a member of the Ovine Liberation Front. There are some terrible things going on right under our noses. Atrocities on these farms. We've snuck a camera in, and we're going to expose it. Did you know that they're killing animals on some of these farms, and then they eat them? It's like a zombie movie. It's horrible. Everything should be allowed to live. Just think about a world with the streets full of cows and chickens and velociraptors. It'd be great. You could hug them.
Sounds a bit like Australia. That's pretty much the third world, ain't it?
Precisely. What we want is our own world, a fourth world, where we can snuggle with a chicken or a goat and lay in the hay together, where nothing dies.
Listen up, Jeff. You are going to have to understand that the good Lord made natural selection for a reason. It is well known that shark embryos cannibalize their litter mates in the womb, with the strongest one eating all the siblings. My mother was pregnant with triplets, but when she went into labor, only one came out, and that was me. I won. That's the way nature works, son. You can't fight nature, but you can wrestle with it at Dwayne Earl's Art. Stop by and tell Tammy that you heard it on this show, and she will give you a commemorative koozie for your beer so that it will stay cold as you tour the premises. That's about all the time we got this week. This has been Beyond Insemination. I'm Dwayne Earl, and you're not.
This has been Beyond Insemination. You have been inseminated.
Hey there! Why invest in currency, stocks, or real estate? They aren't tangible assets. When the market crashes, you're left with nothing. Invest in something real. Get in on the next boom now with Floyd's Scrap Metal Emporium. Strip mining's been popular with companies. Now you can take strip mining urban as we strip mine a church or empty condo. It's the next economy that junkies discovered. Now you can cash in on it. Gut your plumbing. Melt down your knives and forks for cash. Take apart old electronics. Dissect that
Extreme Paleo TM diet, you not only eat free-range animals, you stalk and kill them too. And that includes your neighbors. Raid beehives, trap wild turkeys. Breakfast just got a whole lot more real. Enjoy the benefits of a hunter-gatherer lifestyle when both women and mammoths were woolly. Finally, you can stop worrying about cholesterol and follow in the footsteps of our ancestors who were also threatened by rising sea levels and plagues, but didn't have the worry and stress of gluten and the internet. Extreme Paleo TM is a trademark back-to-nature diet system that's worth paying a fortune for. Your starter pack includes a free t-shirt and an authentic Extreme Paleo TM hunting spear. Extreme Paleo TM is a registered trademark.
Blaine County Radio.
Because we know tax is theft.
And barbecue is king.
Oh, yeah.
Home of the Patriot.
Blaine County Radio.
Do you hear that? Do you? Time. That's time passing. In fact, time is running out. For all of us. For the country. For the state of San Andreas. And also, even more importantly, for the world. That's the truth. The truth about time on a show that is all about truth, whatever the cost. Today on Blaine County Radio Community Hour, I, Ronald Jakowski, am going to blow the doors off your consciousness until you are unconscious. I'm the one to tell you the truth. There will be no more lies, no more fake news. Not here, not now. The truth is that just as the universe began with a bang nobody heard, some scientists have recently discovered it is going to end in much the same way. And they are suppressing that fact to avoid panic. On today's show, which in case the world has already ended, I want to make clear it is actually a pre-recorded podcast we do once a week. We're going to talk about science, and not the kind that rappers drop, but the kind that you don't understand until someone explains it to you. That's me. I'm that someone. I'm about to pull back that curtain once again and show you nasty, unpleasant things you can't unsee. This is it. The chance to see the big, dirty, ugly, and very suppressed truths that I've discovered. And also, to shine a light on the liars who keep us ignorant so they can sell us fear when it suits them. And complacency when that suits them better. That's weird, isn't it? Like sometimes the deep state wants us terrified, so it spreads lies that sedate us, like WMDs or STIs, the FIB, STDs, TPI, always acronyms. Always damn acronyms. Terror through acronyms. Why is that? Because initials, they frighten us subconsciously. That's a verifiable fact a psychologist told me during a session about my father. And it explains a lot. But at the same time, all the real things we should be scared to death of? Food tolerance, contrails, banking, conspiracies, Lyme disease, all the truths they don't want us to see? Then the government keeps very quiet. I'm about to explain everything. It's time to pull back the curtain, people. I love that metaphor for a reason. Again, that came up in a session about my father. But I'd rather not talk about that. This is meta-knowledge. That means big science to take on the big, nasty, deep, deep state. Some people wrote in to say they're tired of my gong. You might as well be tired of the truth! I've finished the monologue bit. And to kick things off, I'd like to welcome to the show a different sort of guest to the one we usually get here. Sophia Biles Carmichael, a senior fellow at the American Truth Institute, a prominent think tank in the Capitol, an expert who has published papers about the economy and all the regulations that the state uses to suppress Americans. Welcome, Miss Biles Carmichael.
Yes, thank you, and you're welcome. It's so lovely to be here.
So, what does your think tank do? Do you drive it around, or is it like a pool?
No, Ron, not exactly. We are a group of thought leaders who help take the burden off elected governments. We help set policy by drafting legislation so the politicians, they don't have to think about really difficult issues and instead have an advocacy group that does it for them. Really, I guess, Ron, you could say we're patriots. Ron, there are a lot of mistruths out there.
I know that, I know.
Yes.
But I wake up every day to expose it.
Yes, Ron, and as an American, I thank you for that. Listen,
I know.
Okay.
But,
listen, Ron.
No, I am listening to you. I am.
Ron, okay, great.
Why do you think I'm not listening to you? I'm right here. I am listening.
Okay.
No, I am. I'm listening. I'm listening.
Yes, of course. Well, we, much like you, see ourselves as outsiders against the bubble. The government media expert bubble. Bursting the bubble. Bubbles are for children to chase on a summer day, or for a woman to spend hours popping those packing bubbles while drinking wine and cursing her newly ex-husband. You know what, Ron? Let me put it to you like this. Do you think for 1 minute that the same people that lied to you about Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny aren't lying to you about climate change, Ron?
My parents!
Mm-hmm.
No!
Yes, Mommy and Daddy were lying to you.
Jeez.
They were buying into the BS. Ron, it's common sense. Climate changes every day.
Damn.
Hot in the middle of the day, cooler at night. This all balances out. There's nothing to worry about. We don't need to panic, America. It's going to be okay. Mainstream science and the mainstream media are two sides of the same coin, Ron. But you know what? I think the American people are smarter than that. They know when people are lying to them.
Yes. See, scientists are wrong all the time. Yes, they're the worst.
They are.
Like when they say there's no sound in space, but then all of a sudden, I see these space movies and they're really loud. Everyone sees that. What does that mean?
Okay, Ron. Let's talk to the listeners for a second. I am going to name some times science was wrong. They told us the Earth was flat. It is not. We know it's round. They said the pyramids were built by aliens. They said we would run out of oil by now, but it is cheaper than ever. Smoking. Did you know doctors used to say smoking was good for you? That's sort of how I feel about climate change. Y2K, people, bullshit.
I knew it. I knew Y2K was bullshit.
Yeah.
I knew that. They told me that society was going to collapse, and it totally did not.
Mm-hmm.
I was ready. I still have a bunker left over. It's still full of macaroni and cheese and cigarettes and some hot dogs and some dog food, okay? I kept all that stuff for the wayfaring strangers that might appear every once in a while. I would have given my body, too. I would have. I thought about that.
You're like a lot of Americans that did that, and I applaud you for that. Science is a lie, but the American people, they don't believe in lies. We're a nation of cowboys, card sharks, individuals who all like the same things. We're too smart to fall for science.
Yes, I know that.
The lies of the mainstream science are measurable. Big data.
Yes. I don't know what that is exactly, but I hate that.
Essentially, the liberals are giving away your tax money for windmills. I mean, have you seen the windmills outside of town? They ruin everything. They ruin the view from people's houses. They built windmills, and we went for the most powerful country in the world to irrelevancy.
Absolutely.
One couple living near a wind farm told me the windmills are so loud and distracting, they can't even make love. Imagine that. I mean, staring at each other in rage and shame, wanting nothing more than to flee the room and this relationship. Ron, look at Holland.
Look at Holland. Is Holland the Netherlands? Is that no? Look, I've had the same problem. Did you know that windmills are being used to let the government see what's going on in your house? It's a giant antenna. And it is literally a giant antenna. Nobody's talking about it. Literally nobody.
Well, let's open up the conversation. Let's talk about solar. What a scam, cheap crap. All made in China. We don't make anything here in America, except for hot dogs, video games, and complacency. Wake up! Fundamentally, 85% of scientists are big liars, only interested in their own agenda. I know this because I have dated one. And these are bogus studies that they're talking about. The models are unreliable.
Oh, yes. You know, I've heard that models are very unreliable because they're vapid idiots on cocaine.
No, Ron, that's a different
Look, I also read on the internet a conspiracy theory that your group, the American Truth Institute, they're in the pocket of the fossil fuel industry.
No.
I heard that.
No. Listeners, that is not true. As I was saying, 85% of these scientists are on the payroll of China, and they want to shut down our gas stations and shove electric cars down our throats. How are we going to get anywhere? What are we going to do? Ride a bicycle, a unicycle?
I hate that! I hate the bicycles.
I've been hit by one, and it is very upsetting.
I hate bicycles and tricycles. I hate that almost as much as the bicycle.
Thank you. That's another part of our initiative. We did a study and found out that 85% of people that ride bicycles are awful people, garbage people. They think they own the road. Think about that for a minute. If they get in power, they may pass legislation so they do own the road.
They shave their legs.
If there is anything that should have us worried about American energy independence, it's that. Bald-legged men in tight clothes. Oh, it is a hellish vision.
Okay, let's hear some of the messages people have left on the Truth Seeker hotline.
Ron, big fan of the show. All the guys on the ward are, well, at least the ones who can speak. Listen, I'm a truther. I believe in empirical evidence. Like, who the fuck are they kidding? If I can't see it, it doesn't exist. Fuck quarks and scientists. They really sold us a bill of goods. I mean, seriously, they expect us to believe AIDS comes from people having sex with monkeys? Hello? Listen, I've had sex with a monkey, and I assure any women listening, I haven't got AIDS. I was sort of bruised, but just fine. People need to wake up. What's happening to this country? I mean, seriously. And another thing I was thinking about.
Okay, I think that's enough here. But look, he does have a point. Tyranny criminals are coming. We are so weak. Those criminals, they're going to invade our homes. Now, if I had a wife, they'd have their way with her. Now, I've thought about that a lot.
You know what? I'm going to tell you what's tyranny,
I would
Ron.
like that.
Okay, I'll tell you what's tyranny. Recycling wastes more energy than it saves, and it is disgusting. There's talk of making composting toilets mandatory in some parts of the country. That's the green agenda. Eating doo-doo. Watching and controlling the great people of America.
I agree. The government wants to see what I drink and what I defecate every night. And I don't think so.
No, I don't think so either.
Let's play another caller here.
Hey, my stupid husband thinks it'd be fun if we did one of them DNA test kits. What if I find out I'm 1% minority? What do I tell people at parties? It's terrifying. I don't even know how to vote.
DNA tests? Ha! Now don't be a fool. Well, you're not putting my chromosomes in some database for the mainstream media to hand over to the government? Ha!
Wow, okay.
There is an assault on reality, and I am leading the charge! I don't need a DNA test. I wake up every day, and I don't want to be me. I'm not a fake man. I'm a real man. Do you hear me?
Yeah, okay. I think that what is wrong with this country is that people always wanting to be what they're not. We're not Europe. Haven't been in a long time. Keep your silly trains and your tiny beers. We're America, and you know what that means? We drive trucks that are built here in the good old US of A. Europe, they can keep their scientists, Ron. Name one scientist you would want to have a beer with. You can't, right, Ron? And that's the true test when picking climate policy or politicians. You say, would I want to get blackout drunk with this person? If the answer's no, then there you go. Don't vote for him.
Okay, here's another person that left a message on the Truth Seeker hotline. Go ahead.
Yo, Ron! How come nobody's talking about the weaponized weather? The hurricane that hit the East Coast recently? They can steer tornadoes with an app on the phone. It snowed in Los Santos more than once, but nobody talks about that. They don't talk about the press of a button you could be somebody else. I could press a button and be a little girl who gets lots of attention. How about that, Ron? I want to be a little girl.
Well, he makes an interesting point about the weather. You should talk about so-called sea level rising. Sea level rising. It is a fact that thousands of years ago, the sea rose and flooded everything, but a bunch of animals were on a cruise ship and they were saved. That's a truth that isn't taught at schools. You know what? Listen to me, Ron. Listen, to be honest, Ron, if we are going to get down to brass tacks, the real problem is universities.
Wait, is that really true?
Yes, it is. They practice bad science between frat parties, and they blame us when we as a country pay for it. You know what the government does? They use universities to push forward its own agenda of education and science. Oh, it is so terrible. Minds are literally being molded by professors every day, and nobody is doing anything to stop it. In the good old days, when America was doing well, almost no one went to universities.
No one did.
No one did. But you know what they did? They fixed cars. They dug ditches.
They were
sang
men.
doo-wop songs. Yes, real men. Yes. And we as women, we went to sock ops. The country has lost its moral compass. Where to go? You know what? I could show you a graph that proves everything.
We'll get to that later. But you know, thanks to the smartphone, I don't know where I am anymore. I look up directions, and the next thing you know, I'm sexting. It's very unsettling.
Ron, okay. Let's get back on track here. We were talking about universities. They're evil and they ruined American youth. They encourage all this bad thinking. Now, most kids that go to these filthy colleges, they want to learn how to send better dick pics and cleavage pics on Snapmatic. If you want to learn, do it on your own dime, not on my dime. Order some books online, kids. Ron, we have to push Congress to close them, pass the tax savings back to the people who make this nation great.
Wait, the taxpayers?
Yes, the big taxpayers, exactly. Or even better, scrap taxes. The country would flourish. In fact, America, taxes are unconstitutional.
I have always thought that.
It's true. And we at the American Truth Institute, we love this country, and we love the Founding Fathers. That is why we want to change everything about this country, because we love it so damn much. We love our country. God bless America. God bless and Lady Liberty. We the people. I love this damn country. I am fighting. I am fighting America. I am fighting for us. God damn, I love my country.
Sophia, this is getting just a little bit political here.
No, we are not. We're not political, okay? We're renegades. We're fighting for justice on horses.
Sophia.
We're fighting on horses, sort of like when I was a young girl and I didn't fully understand the pleasurable rhythms and shoes of a galloping equine. I yet now long for it. You know, we just want to lift their jaws and their ears and their eyes. Use your intelligence.
Hey, look behind you. The door's right there. Sophia, you're 100% out of here.
Ice caps aren't melting.
Get the fuck out of here.
You cannot shut me down.
I can do what I want. This is my show. That's why we never have guests here anymore.
I can hear you, Ron. I am still out.
Shut up!
I am not going anywhere. I'm still here, Ron.
Okay, let's...
I'm so lonely.
a big touch Graham man in the decade. I feel like we're gonna have a couple nightmares tonight. Let's continue. Let's get to some real guests, and let's hear some more messages that people have left on the Truth Seeker hotline.
Hey, Rob, I wonder what you think about them self-driving cars. I hear they're testing them in the desert. Ron, I'm a trucker, and someone that goes off or swerve off the road a bit while, masturbating and thinking about ballet recitals, jetpacks and such. Self-driving cars ruin my way of life.
They should ban those through all of our veins. Oh, God. Pretty soon, we'll all be the same color and we'll speak one language. Like in that documentary with the robots. Globalists want to just open our borders and have some, kind of big-ass party with that loud ethnic music while the rest of us just cower in our bunkers. I'm not gonna let you make me afraid. I am fanning the flames of rebellion. Do you hear me? Be a rebel. It all begins by fighting against tyranny, by supporting our own special brand of it. It's easy to defeat globalists. Shout louder than them. Let's hear another fan message.
Ron, you talk about Lyme disease and gout a lot, and I have to thank you for it.
Concern with AI. I mean, it's so artificial. I won't ever let a robot into my house. This is it for humanity. This is our last fucking stand. Seriously, we gotta act now. Smashing all this so-called technology and returning to the steam age. And then maybe we got a chance. But Jesus, the fucking microchips and they hate us. They just hate. And now it's fight or die. And I'm fighting hard, Ron, every goddamn day. Share the love. Spread love. Peace, goddammit.
Oh, I do. I do share the love. And I also share the hatred of lies. Now here's a good caller about lies.
Ron, I love you so much. I really do. I draw pictures of you sometimes, and they're really awesome. Anyway, you know who tells the most lies? Those Vinewood liberals. They're elitists. Who do they think they are? I'm a waitress. You don't see me shooting my mouth off of political opinions like these liberals. What gives a millionaire actor the right to express their stupid opinion when they don't even know the meaning of real work like me? Anyway, I'll send you some of these pictures I drew of you.
It's about the chemicals, man. Chemicals in food make us effeminate, and we can't fight back. It's full of hormones. Where, again, is the real manly man? Now, after I've had a salad, I don't want to stave someone's head in with a rock. And that is a problem. Name me one strong vegetarian. Just name me one. The fact is, you can't. You can't. That's all the time we have for this week's podcast. Now, thanks to Blaine County Community Hour for letting us rebroadcast it. I'm Ron Jakowski. Until next time, someone is reading your thoughts, so make sure they're scrambled. Together, we can save America.
If there's anybody listening, please, they need to be judged.
Will you shut the fuck up?
Remember when someone at the bank knew your name? When they were part of the community? We're Blaine County Savings Bank. We're not like big city banks. First off, we don't lend money to foreigners. We're about a simpler time. If we get into trouble, we're sure folks will rally around us, just like in the movies. If you need a loan to buy a new tractor, combine, meth lab, or want to borrow money against future crop yields or your land, come in and ask for Janice. Blaine County Savings Bank, your hometown bank. Your #1 station for news, talk, and farm reports. Blaine County Radio. Beyond Insemination, the show hosted by two-time Southwestern tractor pulling finalist, amateur rodeo star, and animal husbandry innovator and expert, Dwayne Earl.
All right. We're back with another episode of Beyond Insemination. Welcome one, welcome all. You're listening to the show about BBQ, britches, mud bogging, and bitches. Your weekly journey into semen, sawdust, and savoring the good things in life. Life, death, and reproductive services down on the farm. Okay. Let's get some music playing here. Jesus, assault rock. I need some assault rock. Hell yes. You know, sometimes I just want a woman to hit me. Treat me like the man I am, a piece of angry garbage. And then when we're done fighting, I will hop on a motorcycle and I will pop a wheelie right there in the driveway. Just burn out, skid all over the goddamn place. Hell yes! She'll stand there crying, and then she'll forgive me. We'll have another baby. She'll make the breakfast. That's the stuff that makes us great. Grease, girls, and grits. All right, the phones are already lit up here. You people just can't wait to get stuck in. Let's go to line 4. Mr. Chuck, you're on the show. How can we go beyond insemination together?
Yeah, hey, Dwayne. I'm a big fan of the show, by the way, but first time caller. I wanted to thank you for your bass fishing advice. You know, you're right. Dynamite is much easier than all that sitting around with a pole, going mad, staring at tiny ripples, wondering if everyone really hates you, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm calling about the kids these days and the way they dress. Oh, man, my boy, he wears a skirt. Got breast implants, wears a little lip gloss. What do you think, Dwayne? I don't think that's right.
Thanks, Chuck. I'm with you. I mean, platonically speaking, of course. I've about had it with gender fluidity. For reals. Seriously. For real, seriously. Men is men and girls is ladies. And there ain't no point in telling me different. I mean, it's getting to where boys have bigger titties than a woman. I know I do. It's gotta stop. Tell you what really sets me off. Let me tell you. Me and the boys will be having a great afternoon. Couple of cases of lager light, some steaks on the grill, jumping on four-wheelers and shooting assault rifles and playing on the trampolines and wrestling in a muddy hole with our tops off. You know, typical good time shit. Now to the corner of my periphery, I see these fruity fellas riding bicycles. City boys coming out to the country with their brightly colored jerseys and fruity hats and tight shorts. I don't want to see your Johnson. We ain't friends. And they ride bicycles with tap shoes on. Fucking tap shoes. Just in case they need to jump off and sing a show tune. What the hell is that all about? Well, I ain't whistling Dixie, I can tell you that, because nobody likes a whistler. Creepy bastards. Whistlers. Next caller. Inseminate me. No, that's wrong. Speaketh to me.
Hey there, Dwayne. My name's Mike, a big fan. Big fan.
I do not care about no names, boy. You state your business and I will do the pontificating, sir.
Good. Anyway, my kid is real good at sports, football and that. I think he's going to get a scholarship. He hits real good, like one of them crackheads you read about them picking up north. But my wife won't let him play because his grades are low on account of him getting his girlfriend pregnant. Not my wife. My wife can't get pregnant no more. Uterus is ravaged like a project. Anyway, I need that boy to make a lot of money by going pro so that I can get a new bass boat. What am I gonna do, Dwayne? I can't stop crying.
Brother, I share your pain. Let it go. Let those tears go. Let it all flow out your eyeballs, down to your cheeks. I love you, my brother. I love you. You're better than this. You are better than this, sir. Reach deep inside of yourself and just pinch it off. Don't you die on me. Don't you die on me. And that's enough. My friend, your woman has already gone feral. I was a 5th grade soccer coach once, do not ask. It was a bad time of my life. I know. And you're right, it's not even a real goddamn sport. No one ever got that brain damage, but I did my best. Yes, I did. It was hard, but we made some progress. Taught those kids to be number one, what it takes to get to the top, what steroids to take. Gave them the same as I give my beef herd. How to gamble on sports, how to snap another kid's Achilles tendon behind the referee's back so he never walks right again. Stuff winners gotta do to get the job done. How to cover.
You won't get away with this! Robbery! Call the cops!
How to leave a woman. I taught each of those.
Not those bikers again. You gotta stop that guy! He jacked all my money!
Parents won't tell you the truth, but a man with a beer in his hand will. And the fact is, you do whatever it takes to win. If that wife of yours don't want to understand, don't want to let the boy play some goddamn football, then she's got to go, Mike. Mike, are you with me? You there, son?
I'm here, Dwayne.
Hear the words that I'm saying. She's got to go, Mike.
I know, Dwayne. I'll speak to a lawyer.
Lawyer? Fancy talk. I recommend drowning, Mike. Real men don't use lawyers. Show your boy what it means to be a man. Press her under the surface of the fluids. Mike, please.
Okay. Love the show, thanks.
Thank you, son. Now we call this show Beyond Insemination because it's about what men like to do besides working on the farm. It's about what we were meant to do. Man against nature. I am highly skilled at the art of noodling in a beaver dam. I do not like the animals that consider themselves engineers. I like plant-eating herbivores you can fatten up, give a loving name to, then callously kill and cook like a civilized man. Back to beavers. I once stuck my arm in a dam, and 4 or 5 of them, an entire family, in fact, of beavers, bit into my arm. Got every last one of them on the grill that night and a couple of new hats. For the record, I also do not like fire ants, as it is unreasonable to have a social structure of a bunch of neutered men acting as slaves for a woman. Outside of a modern city, of course, where it appears to be mandatory. They call them places offices. I will not sit in a cubicle like a veal calf while a woman shouts at me about making personal calls until I die. Caller, you are on the show. To whom am I speaking?
Hey there, Dwayne. The name's Charlie. All's going well with your divorce.
No, Migo. It is in fact crappy as crappy could be. As I said, avoid lawyers at all costs. Now continue.
Well, yeah, my best friend died in a combine accident, and he left me a few head of cattle, but I ain't no farmer, so question is, how do I know if a female cow is in heat? They don't talk or nothing, they just move.
Oh, John, that's simple. You have come to the right place, as I am an expert on estrus. What you gotta do is look for behavioral signs such as incessant mooing, but most of all, she will exhibit more vigorous interaction with other females, putting her chin on the rump of another cow.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, keep going. Tell me about that dirty heifer.
God damn it. You are sitting there with a hot laptop on your sweaty thighs doing an image search for heifers, aren't you? Jesus. I'm tired of you sickos calling up and ruining my otherwise flawless broadcasting flow. This is a civilized show for civilized people, discussing a variety of topics relating and beyond insemination. Why, oh, why does this subject matter attract such a variety of perverts, creeps, and weirdos? It is quite beyond me. But don't get me wrong, I like a good time. I've been known to participate in a pheromone party where you do not shave or bathe for 1 week and then partake in moonshine and speed with a group of other like-minded individuals in a hot tub. It is hell on the other side of that party, but it is worth the ride. But that does not mean I find calling up a radio program about rural affairs and pleasuring myself while perusing the heifer section of the information superhighway an acceptable form of behavior. Is that clear? Charlie, you pervert, is that clear?
Yes.
Are we straight, son?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now you take care, you hear?
Thank you, sir.
I'm lost for words. Next caller.
Hi there, Dwayne. My name is Susan. I'm calling from Sandy Shores. I really like what you said about how animals have babies and then they abandon them and then they go find another mate. Oh, that just touched me. That made me cry. Ever reminded me when I left little Mary Sue outside the Up and Atom restaurant. I was tired of all her crying and carrying on anyway, because I just hooked up with a guy I just met named Francis.
Oh, well, good on you, Susan. Though I am not a fan of names that can apply to a man or a woman, unisexury has neutered our society. No man should be named Francis or Alex or Jamie or, God forbid, Casey. But anyway, I'm so glad we inspired you. That's evolved thinking right there. See, we do believe in evolution in the right situation. For the record, that you should therefore abscond from...
piece of shit! all be fucked. You're getting robbed.
We're keeping the real vibe alive here on the only place where you get the true low down. The home.
Oh, you can't do this to me. Don't fucking trap me. Let me go. God damn it.
family special. The adolescents.
is just a robbery. Screw this. Pendejo. My friend is so proud.
This is Weasel News. Adult film stars are protesting the only way they know how.
A protester has been knifed to death at a protest over the shooting death of a protester the day before.
6 News. Jasmine, a local porn star, is upset at the new law requiring adult film actors to wear condoms. The actresses have told City Council to let them make terrible life decisions on their own.
The government should stay out of my vagina. In fact, most people should until this little problem clears out.
Heartbreak today as a man was killed at a protest against violence. Henry Diaz was knifed to death at a protest against the death of Martin Smith, who was shot at a demonstration the day before. Smith was campaigning to stop crowd violence in a response against excessive police brutality. There will be no more protesting against police violence.
This was Weasel News.
Channel X.
For doing really incredibly stupid things. When you're drunk and you're watching your friends get beat up by the police, sometimes you take matters into your own hand, and so I got to spend the night in the county jail. Getting thrown into the paddy wagon. There are no seats. There's no place to sit in the paddy wagon. What they do is they purposely hit the brakes every 50 yards or what have you, and everybody ends up piled on the floor. All of the gentlemen that were in the paddy wagon with me would fall on top of this one guy who had the bottle of wine in his pants. So it turned into this scene where everybody fell on top of this guy and they all had their hands down his pants.
might wake you up from that vomit, the hysteria of suburbia. Maybe, maybe not.